Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thanks for joining and thanks for the opportunity to purify myself. I would like to share my screen. Let me know when you're able to see it. Okay. Can all of you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yep.
So just we like to recite few shlokas, which is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, how it comes to us. So this is one of the prayers by Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. Right. So if possible, I would request everyone to participate and repeat after me. These are especially in this month of Gaur Lila, starting from Advaita Acharya's appearance day until the Gaur Purnima. These are merciful days, like in Krishna Lila, how we get month of Kartik. Same way here, we have starting from Advaita Acharya's appearance day until Gaur Purnima, mercy is available abundantly in Mayapur. So this is one of the Rupa Goswami Prabhupada's um, prayer. So let us repeat after me. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne
Gauratvisye Namaha.
Gauratvishe Namaha.
So here Prabhupada translation is, O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself, appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. So this is one of the earnest prayers that we can do to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bestow the Krishna Prema. Without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, we cannot get Srimati Radharani's mercy, right? Because there is a hierarchical situation in the devotional line of devotion that how bhakti has to be worshipped so that we can get the mercy of the final destination, that starting from Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, without Nityananda Prabhu, he is the Adi Guru. Without his mercy, we cannot get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, we cannot get the mercy of Srimati Radharani. And without her approval, Krishna cannot allow us to the transcendental pastimes of his glories. That's how hierarchy goes on. And also there's one more. Here I just wanted to see here, who is Panchatattva? Okay. So there is a one shloka which describes how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself expanded into 5 forms. Okay. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam
Bhakta Rupa Swarupam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam
Bhaktavataram
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
So here, translation Prabhupada writes, let me offer my obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 as devotee. Expansion of devotee, incarnation of a devotee, pure devotee, and devotional energy. So I just wanted purpose text, just 1 minute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the immediate expansion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has his brother. And here, Nityananda Prabhu is immediate in the Krishna Lila, the Balram, immediate expansion of Lord, first expansion of Lord Sri Krishna. Here, the expansion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Nityananda Prabhu, and he is the personified spiritual bliss of Satchidananda Vigraha, right? Personified spiritual bliss. In Satchidananda Vigraha, Sat, Chit, and Ananda potency. Nityananda Prabhu, one who gives the real bliss, Ananda potency. His body is transcendental and fully of ecstasy in devotional service. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore called Bhakta Rupa. He came in the form of a devotee. Okay, I will discuss more on that one. So Nityananda Prabhu is called Bhakta Swarupa, the expansion of a devotee. So Advaita Acharya, incarnation of Vishnu Tattva, belongs to the same category. So in our temple altar, we have Panchatattva, and Mahaprabhu in between. Left side, we have Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. Right, so we have Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas. So the left side three, including Mahaprabhu, Advaita, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita, they're called Vishnu Tattva. They belong to Vishnu Tattva. That's why when you offer tulsi leaves, we offer to these three deities on the left side, and we put water to them, put tulsi leaves, because they are Vishnu Tattva. Okay. There are also different types of bhaktas or devotees on the platforms of neutrality, servitude, friendship. They're all five mellows with Lord Sri Krishna. Devotees like Sri Damodara, Sri Gadadhar, Sri Ramachandra are different energies. This confirms Vedic Sutra, Paryasa Shakti Hridaiva Suyate. Means Krishna has multiple various potencies. All these bhakta subjects taken together constitute Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who Krishna himself. Okay, so this is just a prelude what we are going to discuss. Then today's class I just covered who is Mahaprabhu, why he advented in this Kali Yuga, and what the final message he gave in Kali Yuga for the fallen conditioned souls. Okay, and here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is actually why this incarnation came into existence is very interesting. I'll just like to talk like 1 or 2 minutes on that one. That one day, what happens, right? Just give me one sec. Yeah. So in the spiritual world, Lord Sri Krishna came in Dwapara Yuga, and he gave a final conclusion in the 18th chapter that Sarva Dharman Parityeja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. So that is a final. Give up all varieties of duties, take shelter, do not fear. But Krishna did not show the process of surrender at that point in Dwapara Yuga. He went back to his abode. Okay, and one day it struck to Krishna. What happens in Goloka? She cannot measure the love of Srimati Radharani. She's so much attracted to Krishna. She's the highest gopi, we all know that. And one day, Krishna was looking into a jewel pillar, because abode of Krishna is Chintamani Pakrasadmashukalpa Ruksha, made of. Well, one day, Krishna was looking into jewel pillar and saw his own reflection. Krishna has seen his own reflection, and he became intoxicated with his madness, just seeing his own beauty, Krishna, because Krishna is all attractive. And the attractive feature, Krishna mesmerized by his own beauty. Now, by Krishna seeing his own reflection, he goes into intoxication, madness of his own beauty, and then he's thinking, what is in that Srimati Radharani feels when she sees my beauty? That comes to Krishna. Why Srimati Radharani is attracted to so much to me? And Srimati Radharani sees even tamal tree, which is like a blackish color, and she goes and hugs. And when Srimati Radharani went grazing at Lord Sri Krishna, she cannot deviate a fraction of a second from seeing the beauty of Krishna. And when she's looking at the beauty of Krishna, she has to blink her eyes for a while. And with that blink, she could not see Krishna. She feels separation from that blink of an eye. Then she was cursing Lord Brahma. Why did you make these eyelids, my dear Brahma? Because you made these eyelids, I have to do this. And that fraction of a second, I am not able to see Krishna. So that is how attracted Srimati Radharani to Krishna. Then also one other problem, my spiritual master says, God has a problem. We think we all have a problem. Even God has a problem. What is that problem? God has a problem. Why everybody is loving me? What is in greatness? As Krishna sees his own beauty, he knows that what is greatness in me? And Krishna thinks, why can't I go as a devotee and feel my own ecstatic symptoms? I want to go as in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and I want to feel how Srimati Radharani is feeling about my beauty. After seeing his own beauty, he got that, oh, this is why she likes me. I want to go with her mindset to feel that ecstatic symptoms, what Srimati Radharani is feeling. I want to experience those things. That is his problem, because he's always beloved, but he never loves. He wants to see how lover feels about the beloved. That is the one of the most internal reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in the form of Srimati Radha and Krishna. So she becomes so mad and intoxicated by his beauty. She wants to fly and merge into breeze, and her ecstasies are something of prem. Okay, so that's how, and also the Shastras explain that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advent is very manifest incarnation, right? He wanted to come in the form of a devotee to feel the ecstatic symptoms of the devotee, right? And also, one more thing we have to realize that in one day of Brahma, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, Lord Sri Krishna comes only one time. Krishna comes only one time. That happened to be in this Yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came. When Krishna comes in Dwapara Yuga, following Kali Yuga, the Yugavatar Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also manifests. That happened to this Yuga. Look at that, house of 1,000 Yuga cycles. This Yuga happened to be where Krishna comes. Same way, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appears following subsequent Kali Yuga. Right? So, and here, Prabhupada explained that Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Anya Nahi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than the combination of Radha and Krishna. Okay, that's how. Then we'll go into the details where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took place, what could be reasons for his internal appearance and external appearance. If you look at here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is celebrated as Gaur Purnima. Lord Chaitanya advented himself in Navadvip, West Bengal in 1407, right? In the month of Falguna, corresponding to 18th century, 1486. He exhibited his transcendental pastimes for 48 years and disappeared in 1534. So Mahaprabhu lived. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. So he was able to stay on this planet for 48 years. And he took birth in 1486, 1534. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived in Grihasthashrama for 24 years and Sannyas Ashrama for the next 24 years. During this time, he spread the love of Krishna by chanting the nectarian Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He spent majority of his sannyas years in Jagannath Puri, right? For 6 years, he was toured in South India. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu toured South India, he found Brahma Samhita in Sri Rangam, spreading the holy names in Sankirtan movement. Lord Chaitanya took birth in the house of Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, their parents. On the full moon day of Falguna, where there was a lunar eclipse, and customarily everyone was chanting Hari and Hari. This is the custom in India when the special eclipses occur, people take bath in the Ganges, etc., in the holy rivers. And from his very birth, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu induced people to chant the holy name of Hari. He would stop crying upon when the Nimai, he was also called Nimai because he took birth under the tree, Nimai tree, neem tree. He's called Nimai. And later he became Nimai Pandit because he excelled in the grammar by age of 10 or 11 years old. Okay. And his complexion was golden because he assumed the form of Srimati Radharani. His complexion is gold. Okay. And he is also called Gaura Hari. He was golden complexion, swiftly responded to the chanting of Hari. Okay. And before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, how Lord Chaitanya came? The devotees of Navadvip would gather at the house of Advaita Acharya and take pleasure in talking about Krishna, worshipping him, and always chanting the names of Sri Krishna. But Sri Advaita Acharya felt pain to see people in general without Krishna consciousness wantingly engaging material sense gratification. At that point, the Advaita Acharya, who is a Mahavishnu, incarnation of Mahavishnu Sadashiva, he took a vow that I would invite Supreme Lord to come, advent in this material world and save the conditioned souls. So Advaita Acharya is the main reason why Mahaprabhu appeared on this planet. He took the uh, he used to pray with Shaligram Shila, with tulasi leaves on the Ganges water. He used to pray and he used to cry. Advaita Acharya, wife. So he's like Advaita pained general, and Lord Krishna answered his prayers, appeared as a form of a devotee as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach a common devotional service. Advaita Acharya's wife Sita Thakurani gave the name to Nimai to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was born beneath a Nimai tree. He came to Nimai Pandit on account of his Vedic scholarship. Okay? That's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in West Bengal. In the January Shaka, Lord Krishna entered the bodies of. So how he took in the January Shaka, Lord Krishna entered the bodies of Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra. And Sachimata looked effulgent as, this similar story when Mother Devaki and Vasudeva, how Krishna comes. First he came with 400 Narayana form, then it's very impossible to transfer. So then he becomes as a small baby when Mother Devaki prays. The same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared in the heart of Jagannath Mishra, was transferred to the Mother Sachi Devi. It doesn't happen normal way of the child conception. It happens Supreme Lord first appears from heart to heart transformation takes place. That's what happened in the case of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, that's how. Now, we'll go to the Chaitanya Charitamrita here. We'll discuss what are the external reasons Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented, what are the internal reasons. Okay, so what we'll decide one shloka from here. We see how merciful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. So, if possible, please unmute and repeat after me. Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande यत्पादाश्रया वीर्यतः सङ्गृह्णाति आकार व्रतात् ajñā-siddhanta-sanmanin. Here, translation. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. With the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet, even a fool can collect the valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. So, is Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Without mercy of Krishna Prema, who gives Krishna Prema? Krishna Prema is given by only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without Mahaprabhu's mercy, we cannot get Krishna. So he's explaining, I offer my respectful obeisances. By the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet, even a fool can collect valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. This is possible in Kali Yuga only by his causeless mercy. Because in the Kali Yuga, we are all fools. But we can collect the jewels of the conclusive truth of the minds of the revealed scriptures. Revealed scriptures has given every conclusive information about Supreme Lord that only possible to understand with our limited capacity only by the shelter of his lotus feet of Lord's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is called Manamo Mahavadanyaya, means most munificent incarnation, because every yuga has a yuga dharma, right? In the yuga dharma, for example, in Satya Yuga, the yuga dharma was meditational practices. And in the Treta Yuga, it is basically all different sacrifices. And when it comes to Dwapara Yuga, it was basically the elaborate deity worship. But when you came to Kali Yuga, the most fallen yuga of all these four, Kali Yuga, in this Kali Yuga, the just mercy, we live on mercy because we are Krupa Siddhas in Kali Yuga, because we are not Sadhaka Siddhas. Our sadhana is so that it doesn't count at all. But because of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Guru Parampara system, we have been granted that facility of getting Krishna Prema just by their mercy, because of their mercy only. That's why the prayers are so important in Kali Yuga. to the Vaishnava Acharyas because of their mercy, because of their magnanimity, okay, including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their lotus feet. We can understand Shastra as it is and assimilate that and accept that information and deliver from this conditioned world. That's the reason. Okay. So then going back to the reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared here. Okay. I can show my PowerPoint present here that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears for several reasons. There are internal reasons and external reasons. Okay. In the reasons of, if you look at in chapter, the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, writes, what are the external reasons Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears? So, if you look at here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhupada explains here, authors will discuss external reasons of the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. After displaying his pastimes as Lord Sri Krishna in Dwapara Yuga, though it was right to make his advent in the form of a devotee to explain personally the transcendental mellows of reciprocal service and love exchange between himself and his servants and friends. That is the only reason, that external reason, that he wanted to feel that the transcendental mellows, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advent personally transcendental mellows reciprocate. According to Vedic, the personal foremost frictional duty, and also the one reason that is that he wanted to give the Yuga Dharma. Each Yuga, as I said, Yuga Dharma. The Yuga Dharma of Kali is like Nama Sankirtana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also called Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He is the one who propagated the Sankirtan movement. So he's called Sankirtanaika Pitaro, congregational chanting of the holy names of the Krishna. The incarnation of this age especially preached by this process, but only Krishna himself can explain confidential loving service performed in the four principles mellows of loving affairs between Krishna and his devotees. Lord Krishna, therefore, personally appeared his plenary portions as Lord Chaitanya. As stated in this chapter, it was for this purpose Lord appeared in Avadvipa in the form of Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. Okay. So here also, Krishnadas Kaviraj explains that authentic evidence from Srimad Bhagavatam, other scriptures, to substantiate identity of Chaitanya as Krishna himself. A lot of people get a question: is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really Krishna? Any avatar comes that his avatar is mentioned in the scriptures. For example, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advent was given in Srimad Bhagavatam 5,000 years back, that Mahaprabhu is going to come in golden avatar, is going to deliver the conditioned souls. So anybody claims to be a god, there should be a scriptural evidence has to be there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's evidence in the Bhagavatam is 11.5.2 explained, Krishna Varnam, Trisha Krishnam, Sangopangasya Parshudam, Yagne Sankirtana Praya, Yajanti Sumedashaha. So what kind of appearance Mahaprabhu? Age of Kali, intelligent person perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of God. That is what he established. Sankirtanaika Pitarao, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. He himself became as a model in the form of a devotee to serve the Lord. He himself showed an example how devotion service has to be executed to the Supreme Lord. Always complexion is not blackish. If you look at it, Krishna Varnam, Krishna means without black. And he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential associates. And other reasons are that Yuga Dharma, establishing Yuga Dharma. And also annihilate the miscreant, because in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says 4.8, the shloka explains that every millennium he comes to annihilate miscreants and give pleasure to his devotees. The main reason Krishna or Mahaprabhu comes to give pleasure to his devotees, they don't have to advance themselves to remove the miscreants. Their energies are sufficiently enough to remove the miscreants. But because he comes to give pleasure to his devotees, and it also second job is he also annihilates his miscreants as well. So one is chanting Maha Mantra in Yuga Dharma, and he has shown with examples how Maha Mantra has to be chanted, how Yuga Dharma has to be established, congregational chanting, and annihilate the miscreants, right? Mridanga. And in Krishna Lila, Krishna kills Kamsa, Shishupala, Dantavakra with his Sudarshan Chakra, etc. But in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not, the weapons in Kali Yuga, he came as, if you look at here, right, to perform congregational chanting, he came with all his associates and weapons. What are the weapons Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in Kali Yuga? He came with Mridanga, Kartal. These are his weapons to remove the ward off all the evil qualities in the conditioned souls. And companions, all Panchatattva and Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai, etc. He came with all his companions to eradicate sinful activities in Kali Yuga. He did not take the same approach he took in Dwapara Yuga to give Sudarshan Chakra, kill these things. No, he came with the, if that is the case, he could have killed everyone in Kali Yuga because everybody is a fallen soul in Kali Yuga. These are some of the reasons external reasons Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and establishes the Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga. Okay, and give pleasure to his devotees. Krishna Prema, because love of God head was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dwapara Krishna did not give love of God. The love of Godhead is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the key to the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan, is shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the one who gave all these confidential pastimes, confidential associates of Lord Sri Krishna through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is how that's why it's called Kali Yuga Patita Pavan Avatar. He is the most munificent incarnation, and he has no conditions whatsoever. He gave Krishna Prema whoever wants it. That's why if you go to Mayapur, that area, the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is abundantly available. And mercy flows without asking. That is the munificent incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Kavidas Goswami explains very beautifully that, Sri Jiva Goswami explains about commentary. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for this reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he did not come with many scriptures. He just came a simple Shikshastakam to give the gospel of Chaitanya, the Krishna Prema. Right? He said what conditions, how to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He has given 4 rules and conditions for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? Taroriva Sahishnina, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya, Hari. He said that how he has shown example how Hare Krishna Mahamantra has to be chanted. He said that Trinada Pisunichena Taroriva Sahishnana. A person who is chanting the name of Krishna has to be tolerant, the more humbler than a blade of a grass, not as humble as humbler than a blade of a grass. Okay, and what happens, God, when you put the step, it again gets up. No false ego. And second point is that he explained that more tolerant than a tree. What does it mean? Tree, rain or shine, it takes a devotee has to be develop that condition, that tolerance, and giving respect all other people, due respect given to them. But don't expect respect for yourself. It's very hard in the material world. It's very easy to say these things, but practice becomes because we do other way around. We expect our self-respect, we don't give respect. But we have turned around that. We should give respect, all due respect other people deserve it. We don't expect. And that condition, Kirtaniya Sadhari, when you come to that humbler state of taller than a tree, humbler than a blade of a grass, give respect, all due respect, don't expect. You can chant the name of Krishna without any false ego. That's what Mahaprabhu showed how his magnanimity in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He showed with example in the form of a devotee. He did not reveal his identity to many people. He did not reveal the identity. It's called Channavatar. The Gupta, it's like a hidden incarnation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. And if you visit Puri, Jagannath Puri, there is a close to house, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house, close to walkable distance. I went there. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, first time he sees Jagannath, he felt unconscious. And he takes to his home, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And after he comes consciousness, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to begin with, he was a Mayavadi philosopher, and a lot of conversation goes between Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Finally, takes 1 2 weeks time that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives the gospel of Dvaita philosophy. Then Advaita Acharya turns into a devotee. At that point, he shows to his Nija Swarupa to the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. If you go to in the house, on the wall, you can see that Shadbhuja form, Lord Ramachandra, Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this hidden incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a meaning for Kali Yuga, that Kali Yuga Patita Pavan Avatar. He gave that a gospel of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, congregational, Sankirtanaika Pitara. He is the father of congregational chanting. And when in the end of Dwapara Yuga, Naimisharanya, Rishis was doing yajna. They are having a conference call there. All the Naimisharanya, the 60,000 sages assembled there. This Kali Yuga is coming. What could be the most fallen age? What could be the solution for the deliverance for the Kali Yuga? Then they thought only these people have no capacity. What is that? Prayena alpaisha sabhya. Kala asmin yuge. Manda sumanda matayo. Manda bhagya. But the Kali Yuga is so fallen. People are so rich. No time for anything. Sense gratification. These things are there. But what is the one mantra we can provide? They cannot read Shastra. They cannot understand Shastra. They have no ability of doing whatsoever. But one simple Maha mantra we can give, and that mantra came through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he established Yuga Dharma and showed as a devotee how to follow these rules and regulations. So that is one of the external reasons. And internal reason, we have seen that he wanted to feel the ecstatic symptoms of Srimati Radharani. As I said, God has a problem. He wants to feel. For example, sometimes what happens, CEO of the company, he directly becomes CEO. He doesn't know how the employee feels about the boss. Same way, Krishna is the beloved. And the lover Srimati Radharani attracts him so much. What is there in Let Me? Let me take that mood of Srimati Radharani and go and find out what is greatness in me. Right? And also, he showed with different mellows how Krishna Prema can be manifested in a devotee in different mellows, different rasas. Vatsalya Bhav, he has shown how these different mellows, and also taste the bliss, Ananda bliss, how love of Godhead can be explained. So if you look at here, the Kaviraj Goswami beautifully explains here in this chapter that this is the external reasons why Mahaprabhu comes. And Advaita Acharya was contemporary of Lord Chaitanya's father. He felt sorry for the condition of the world because even after Lord Krishna's appearance, no one had interest in devotional service to Krishna. This forgetfulness was so overwhelming that Advaita Prabhu convinced that one but Lord Krishna to come and save the conditioned souls. Okay. The next chapter, Kavidas Goswami explains the internal reason, strong internal reason, as I explained here, that confidential reasons why he explains that the first here, Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radharani. The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord Krishna himself. Radharani is the object. He is the worship of the subject of the verb. Krishna, Radharani is the object, and Krishna is the object, the worshipper. Wanted to relish the mellow, loving mellow position of the object of Srimati Radharani. Uh, that's why it is the 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 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. The second reason appearance is to understand the mellow of himself, how a conjugal love with Krishna will be there. He wanted to feel that. Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani attracts Krishna. He is sublime and experience that attraction, understand the transcendental sweetness himself. He accepted the mentality of Srimati Radharani. And third reason Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani, the transcendental bliss. What kind of ananda if Radharani is feeling? She's always happy. Why? I want to feel the same symptoms, Srimati Radharani. The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani. But the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Krishna. Look at that. When you serve someone, the person who is being served may feel happy. But when you serve, the server feels more happier than the being served. That's what happened is Srimati Radharani is always serving Krishna. Look at that, the mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Krishna. That is what Krishna wanted to taste, what Srimati Radharani is feeling. Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But for Sri Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible because that position was completely forgotten to him. Krishna is a transcendental male, Radharani is a transcendental female. Therefore, to know the transcendental pleasure of loving Krishna, Lord Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the emotions and bodily lust of Srimati Radharani, molten chan. Gaura. Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to fulfill these confidential desires. He has internal desires. External desires is propagating Yuga Dharma, chanting a Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, show the devotees how to surrender process, etc. Those are the external reasons. Internal reasons is he wanted to feel the ecstatic symptoms of Srimati Radharani by himself. So with that mood, with that color, he came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he came with that intention, but look at the external reason why he came. He wanted to deliver all the conditioned souls without any background or any hesitation. All the conditioned souls in Kali Yuga. And we have examples of how Jagai Mata has been delivered. Mahaprabhu. Right? How Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful to them. So here, his associates, Damodar Goswami, okay, and Chaitanya's conventional devotees, the records have daily revealed the conscious purpose of the Lord. The revelations have been confirmed by the statement of Rupa Goswami in various prayers and poems. Because Rupa Goswami already gave a poem, Namo Mahavadanyaya. You are the most munificent incarnation in Kali Yuga. Nobody is as, if you look at that, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kora More. Tumabina ke dayalu jagatu samsare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without you, what could have happened to this jagat? Because you came, you're saving us these conditioned souls. That's why when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, every round we say Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Siddhaita Gadadra Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. What is the importance of this Panchatattva mantra? Because all the Panchatattva's, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, expansion, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and Gadadhar Pandit Srimati Radharani. If you go to Jagannath, there's a Siddha Bakula tree. Under that tree, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit is none other than Srimati Radharani. And she was his Narada Muni. So they are so merciful in Kali Yuga. Every round of chanting when we do, we seek their blessings. Why? Because while chanting, we commit so many offenses. We don't do attentive chanting. We do 99% inattentive chanting. 99.9%, I would say, inattentive chanting. Nama Parad, Nama Bas. In between, we oscillate between Nama Parad, Nama Bas. I don't have any Shuddha Nam yet. Okay. And to counteract those actions, we seek the blessings of Panchatattva. It means, look at that, how merciful Mahaprabhu and associates are in Kali Yuga. We commit offenses, we go their shelter, they forgive. First round, second round, third round, fourth round. We keep on committing our mistakes, committing offenses against holy name. But only Mahaprabhu and his associates have that forgiving capacity, forgiving mood. And if you go to Mayapur side, most of the devotees, they one round of mala, they do only Panchatattva Mahamantra. Why? Because they're so merciful in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga Patita Pavan Avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And those are he has shown through his Shikshastakam how a devotee has to behave and how Krishna Bhakti would destroy our Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, our burning desires of this materialist, how we can destroy with the Krishna Sankirtana movement of Lord Sri Krishna. Okay. And here I would like to glorify, these are some of the external internal reasons, and we can keep on discussing. I would like to give one of his pastime as a childhood. Okay, then we'll read that, then we'll conclude there. So I have that notes one, give me 1 second. Where is it? So this is, I just Googled from Google, and this is just a beautiful pastime as a childhood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Here, praise isn't a wonderful pastime where son of Jagannath Mishra bestowed his causeless mercy upon a pious Brahmin pilgrim. Okay. The Brahmin was a devout worshipper of Gopala and used to chant the 16-syllable Gopala mantra. The Brahmin did not eat anything other than the remnants of food offered to his beloved Gopal. That's how devotees does. Shaligram Shila and Lord Gopal decorated with beautiful neck. He was covered with an aura of great spiritual effulgence. With his eyes half closed, the Brahmin continuously related the mellows of Lord Govinda's transcendental pastimes. Wandering from one place to other, the Brahmin finally reached the residence of Chaitanya, Jagannath Mishra. Seeing the exalted personality, Jagannath Mishra stood up and offered his respects to that Brahmin. Washing his feet and offering him a seat, Jagannath Mishra inquired where the Brahmin had hailed from. Where is he from? Then Brahmin, this is from the story from Chaitanya Bhagavat anyway. Then Brahmana replied, I am not attached to material life, and hence I travel from one place to other. It is only due to my restless mind that I roam about here and there. Jagannath Mishra respectfully said, it is good fortune of the world that you travel everywhere, taking your Gopala and Shaligram Shila. Jagannath Mishra exclaimed, that was a greatly fortune. Have received that Brahmin pilgrim. He requested the Brahmin's permission to cook for him. The Brahmin happily agreed. Jagannath Mishra has his kitchen cleaned thoroughly and arranged for the cooking ingredients. The Brahmin cooked the food himself and subsequently sat down to offer it to his beloved Gopal. So the Brahmana came, he cooked the prasadam for the deity, and he started offering to deity. See what happens now. Okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu steals that offering. How? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the super soul dwelling in everyone's heart as a Paramatma, wished to reveal himself to the pious Brahmana. Approaching the Brahmin, little Nimai, who was entirely covered with dust, stood naked and smiling. His eyes were as beautiful as the sun. His hands and feet were equally charming. That is the lustrous appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Wasting no time, Nimai picked up half handful from the Brahmana's offering and ate it. While Brahmin watching, the Brahmin cried out, oh my God, what are you doing? I'm offering to Gopal and you are taking all this? Hari, Hari, alas, cried out the fortunate Brahmin, the restless boy has stolen the offering. He sighed. Jagannath Mishra came and found his son smiling and happily eating a rice. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and steals that rice offered to his Gopal deity. Driving by anger, Jagannath Mishra chased Nima, intending to beat him. However, the Brahmin seized his hand and stopped him. The Brahmin explained that little boy was too small to differentiate right from wrong. Okay, yes, he said to excuse him. Jagannath Mishra, greatly sad and depressed, the Brahmin reassured him, asserting that everything was will of the Supreme Lord. He asked him to bring whatever fruits or vegetables in the house so that he can offer to them. The Brahmin was tired. He cooked the prasadam. He offered. Nimai comes and steals. He said, okay, now I don't have any more patience. Give some fruits and some things I will offer to our deity. The Jagannath Mishra said, no, 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 Brahman, to cook one more time. His friends and relatives also begged the same thing. Finally, the Brahmin agreed to cook for the second time. Look at that, what happens. And second time also Nimai comes and steals the food. So fearing that Nimai shall repeat his mischief, Mother Sachi carried him Nimai to the next. Okay, take your son to next house so that he won't steal here. The ladies teased Nimai, saying, "Is this way you should behave? Why did you steal Brahmin's food?" Nimai, acting innocence and donning a smile on his moon face like a pillar. I do not have any fault in this. The Brahmin had called me. The lady taunted his father. So Krishna, see, this Brahmin called me. He called Krishna, but he is Krishna himself, and he came. Oh, Nimai, enough for your pretensions. What further mischief will you do? Now that you have lost your caste, who knows about this Brahmin, where he hails from, or about his family? How can you keep your caste after having eaten food cooked by him? The Gaura replied smilingly, I belong to the caste of cowherds, and I have always partaken the food cooked by the Brahmanas. Go Brahmana Hitacha. How can a cowherd lose his caste by eating a Brahmin's food? Saying thus, the Lord smilingly gazed at everyone. In this way, the Lord revealed his identity as Krishna to everyone. However, no one could decipher the essence of his mysterious words. Whoever took the Lord in his lap became engulfed in an ocean of bliss. Meanwhile, the Brahmin cooked food again and sat down to offer food to his beloved Gopal. Knowing this, Lord Gaursundara, who is none other than all cognizant super soul residing everyone's heart, escaped everyone's notice, diverting their attention elsewhere. He again came smiling to where the Brahmana was seated and stealthily put hand of rice his mouth before sprinting off. The Brahmana watched on this butter belief, finally cried. Second time also again he does same thing. Jagannath Mishra grabbed a stick, furiously chasing the little Nimai. Lord Gaurahari fled in a fear and in a second room, but his father came after him, roaring in Jagannath Mishra threatened. You shall see today, although I am well educated and informed, you think I am a great fool? In whose house can one find a big thief like this boy? So Jagannath Mishra is very, very mad, chased after Nimai, meant to beat him. But others restrained him to try to pacify this rage. They argued that beating Nimai would not serve any purpose as he was merely a little boy with no sense of right and wrong. This boy doesn't know right or wrong. Don't beat him. A child by nature is always restless, and beating a child does not ensure that he learns a lesson, right? They also added that Jagannath Mishra was very compassionate and beating a child was not a suitable display of his generous nature. The Brahmin pilgrim also pacified Jagannath Mishra, stating that course of action is already predestined and hence the little child was not at fault. So this is our Brahmin thinking, this predestined, okay, whatever he is, that's fine. Lord Krishna has not ordained any rice for me today. The Brahmana continued. This is the essence and the cause of all, as Abdul exclaimed. Then, at that moment, Vishwarupa, elder brother of Nimai, arrived at that place. His form was brilliant, effulgent, and limbs of his body beautiful, exhibited sublime sweetness. No adjectives of these 14 worlds could adequately portray his majesty. He's a brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? When the Brahmin pilgrim learned that Vishwarupa was the son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachidevi, he praised it lightly. Fortunate are those parents who possess son like this, he added. Vishwarupa offered his respects and glorified Brahmin religion. He requests Brahman to cook one more time. Just request, okay, whatever happened, happened. Can you please cook one more time? To this, the Brahman replied, that he was not used to having rice every day as he roamed about in the forest. He requested Jagannath Mishra and family not to feel aggrieved and insisted that he be provided fruits and vegetables instead. Instead, Vishwarupa requested him, his brother, again to cook rice twice, but could not eat as Lord Krishna desired otherwise. So one may strive easily endlessly to accomplish something, but he would only hail if Krishna did not approve. He expressed. The Raman added that it was already very late and it would not be suitable to start cooking for a third time. Vishwarupa, however, keep insisting. Then Brahman started again cooking the rice. So just we are finishing. This time the child was kept at a secure distance and they locked the room also doorway near my room. Even the doors of room was locked from outside. The lady assured from inside the room that Nimai, as dozed, he fell asleep. There was nothing to worry about. Now Brahman offered the food again because Nimai was sleeping. Okay, now he's not going to come. No, he's not going to disturb. Okay. After the food was cooked, the Brahmin brought it before the deity was about to offer. At that moment, the divine will of Lord Gaura Hari. Everyone in the house fell asleep. Nimai then approached the room where Brahmin was seated. Nimai Brahmin left shell shocked. He cried, alas. However, no one could hear his cry as slept peacefully. And the Gaura comes again here. Lord Gaurahari said, "O Brahmana, you are known to be magnanimous. What is my fault in this? You have called upon by invoking my mantras. You meditate upon me incessantly. Therefore, I could not stay away." He is telling, Mahaprabhu is telling that you called me, I came. At that moment, Brahmana saw a wonderful sight. And now at that point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reveals the identity here. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Nimai revealed his eight-handed form with four hands holding conch, Sudarshan Chakra. So this is one of the pastimes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Sri Krishna himself. Then Brahmana takes his darshan, and the fortunate of the Brahmin pilgrim, Sri Gaurahari, who is an ocean of mercy, is transcendental upon the Brahmana's body. The Brahmana regained his senses, he felt unconsciousness. So these are some of the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His Charnavatar did not show his symptoms of Supreme Lord to everyone, to only to selected devotees, and he himself stayed away showing the symptoms of Krishna, but he always behaved as a good devotee, how to propagate the congregational chanting and how to show the process of bhakti, surrender process, etc. So these are the some of the lessons and some of the takeaways, internal reasons and external reasons. The internal one reason is that God has a problem. What the problem God has? He wanted to become a devotee in the mode of Srimati Radharani. It is one of the strong internal reasons. External reason is he has to propagate Yuga Dharma of congregational chanting, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So these two are the one important, one external, internal reasons why advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the request of Advaita Acharya has taken place in Kali Yuga. Assume that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have not come in this age of Kali, what could have been happened? We did have no information about the spiritual world actually, without Mahaprabhu's mercy. Krishna did not give that. He gave surrender me, he did not show the process. Mahaprabhu is the one who showed how key to the access to the Goloka Vrindavan. So, and in this Kali Yuga, especially who comes to this Mahaprabhu's mercy, we are most fortunate because Krishna says in the second chapter, we might have taken so many births as a Mayavadis, as a Brahmavadis, as a this one, that one had taken. But after taking many, many lifetimes, Prabhunam Janma Namante, we came to this mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our Prabhupada. That is our most fortunate situation coming to this influence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga. There's nothing other than we can do in this Kali Yuga because it says Harinama eva kevalam. Only Harinam can save us. Nothing saves our bank balance, our family. Nothing can save in this world except Mahaprabhu's mercy. And that mercy is available abundantly. He's not looking at what caste you belong to, where you belong to, what worth you belong to. None. Only in Chaitanya, this Rupa Goswami Prabhupada writes in the 13th, 14th chapter of this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the only desire, only qualification for the desire of Krishna, the bhakti, is our innate desire to serve Krishna. That just one desire itself is enough. It opens so many doors. It opens so many doors, and it gives the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, dear devotees, this month, we lot of devotees, some of have no idea who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, and especially we're South India, this all philosophy is new to us. But when you read the systematic Shastra of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Prabhupada, when Bhagavatam in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it reveals how Krishna comes in different Yuga avatars to deliver the conditioned souls. And even if you read the 4.8, the 4.8 is like Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Dushtam. In this, Prabhupada beautifully explains, different avatars, Purish avatars, Yuga avatars, Guna avatars. So he basically came as a Yuga avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here, in the last paragraph here says, the Lord says he incarnates himself in every millennium. This indicates he incarnates also in the age of Kali. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation of age of Kali is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who spread the worship Krishna by the Sankirtana movement, congregational chanting. Look at that, how many programs we have every weekly basis. Kids come and do kirtans. These are kirtan, people go into ecstasy, starting screaming and jumping and dancing. That is the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga. That is what Yuga Dharma. Okay, and he gave one basic tenet, Mahaprabhu, Jivere Surupe Krishnera Nityadas. We are all the servants of the servants of the servant. Based on that one line, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who wrote a book called Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva Dharma whole book is based on one line, Jivere Surupe Krishnera Nityadas. So dear devotees, I'll stop here. I know whatever I know, little things, whatever time I got, I just prepared. And forgive me for any offenses. And I would like to request people who are more learned here, add some points if I have missed anything. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu. Simesa Prabhu, you're there? Busy. Because I had to log out. Bhakti Shastri exam, I had to moderate.
Oh, acha.
So
I
we'll
know,
close it
the
after a
exam.
minute.
9 to 11, huh?
Simesa
Exam.
Prabhu, can you take it away?
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you,
No
Hare Krishna.
problem.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for a wonderful narration, wonderful explanation of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was so nice to hear from you. Thank you so much. The devotees, any comments, any questions, any concerns? Anybody would like to add anything? Any reflections? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhuji. Thank you so much for wonderful nectar of pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's like starting of March, and we are just looking forward to aesthetic everything, all seva, kirtan, everything in Gaur Purnima. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for making us like taking to that path. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? Any other reflections? Okay, so thank you again. As mentioned, March 24th is Gaur Purnima, celebrations and the festivals. We are preparing and planning for a grand celebration. Please tune to part of this festivities and the services. We will send out the details how we can serve. There'll be a good ninja march, and there'll be cooking, there'll be cleanup, and there'll be drama. So many ways you can participate, and please stay tuned so that we can have a wonderful celebration. And also, it is next, I think it's on 6th, March 6th, is Wednesday, is Vijay Ekadashi. And also next day, Thursday, 6:20 to 10:12 a.m. is the Parana time. And the Saturday, 9th is Shivaratri, that March 9th. And then March 10th is Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj disappearance day. So these are the upcoming festivals. And then March 24th is Gaur Purnima. Also, we have, yes, anybody wanted to say something? No. Okay. So,
my text, I can't talk.
okay, no problem. That Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have to know words. This is okay. Yeah, your class shows how Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself spiritually, historically, and linguistically. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, wonderful. And anything else? Anybody else? Okay. Otherwise, then let's conclude today's class. Let's chant together. And today evening, we have a Sunday feast program at the temple. Request you all please join. Okay, Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhyevacha Padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Kandiraj Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu. Hare Krishna.